Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Christopher Bonilla Fernandez. I'm gonna finish up my Q&A right now. Let's begin. Number 26. Any YouTubers you want to collaborate with? That's a good question. Although as of right now, I'm open to any collaborations with other YouTubers, Christian, dancing, writers, it's all good with me. And I will be releasing a video about my favorite YouTubers that I've been watching a lot recently, so be on the lookout for that. Number 27. How do you deal with the haters? Haters gonna hate. All jokes aside, I just try to point them to God. Number 28. Pet peeve. A pet peeve I have is arriving late. Yo, I dislike arriving late. It's one of my biggest pet peeves, and you could even ask my friends. They'll tell you and they'll vouch for me. Yo, Christopher, he likes to arrive on time for whatever reason. I mean, typically in Latin culture, it's very normal to arrive an hour or two later after the set time. So if something starts at 7, it really begins at 9. And the party just gets started at 11 and continues all night till the morning. But for real, I dislike arriving late depending on where I'm at. Specifically because finding parking in Miami is such a mission, yo. Like for real, it truly is a mission, and I really dislike that. As long as I have fun of where it is I'm going, I'm alright. But still, pet peeve, arriving late. Number 29. Any good books recently? I actually have 4 books right here that I'm going to share with you guys that I highly recommend. Number 1 is Rome, Sweet Home by Scott and Kimberly Hahn. It's actually a pretty good book. It's about a Presbyterian's journey into Catholicism, and honestly, I really like the book because of its spiritual journey that it goes to from one to another. And this was actually a gift from a friend, and it was actually a really good book nonetheless. Next up is The Curious Charms of Arthur Pepper by Phaedra Patrick. It's actually a really good book, and it's pretty much up meets The Secret Life of Walter Mitty in terms of an old guy and seeking adventure and having an adventure, and it's honestly a very beautiful story. It actually taught me a lot. It is pretty life-changing in terms of experience and adventure and what you can encounter in life just as it goes on. And it's actually a pretty funny book too, so I highly recommend it. Third on the list is God and Gigs by Alan C. Paul. It's actually a very good book for musicians and creatives and artists out there who really want to get into the business but don't want to really lose their faith or don't want to compromise their faith. This book is really about what it's like to be a Christian in the mainstream media while also maintaining the balance between life, faith, work, and family. And one of the things that I got from this book is really not sacrificing who you are and what you believe in for the sake of entertainment. It really inspired me a lot as an author and as a creative, especially here with YouTube. And it's actually a good book nonetheless, especially for those who are creatives, musicians, and artists. This is a very good book. God and Gigs by Alan C. Paul. I recommend it. The last book I want to recommend is Loving Through the Glass by Alexandra Ariel Sanchez. Honestly, this book is very beautiful. It touched my heart a lot. It talks about just a family's journey and what it's like in raising a daughter with disabilities. And it's very inspiring, very touching, very soothing, honestly, to the soul, especially if you're going through a rough time. I mentioned before that you have no idea what a person is going through. And this book really opened my eyes to the reality of what it's like and the struggle they go through with their family, but the victory they found in Christ and who they are and the beauty of loving your child and loving your family no matter what the circumstance may be. And overall, it's just a very inspiring and touching story about strength, family, love, acceptance, and faith. Loving Through the Glass. I recommend it. Number 30. Any celebrities you want to meet? Well, back in the day when I had long hair, one of the celebrities people said I looked a lot like was Johnny Depp's Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean. Honestly, yeah, I love those movies. They're part of my childhood, and when I had my long hair, I always thought Johnny Depp was a cool guy to meet. And another celebrity that I think is actually pretty cool that I would like to meet will probably be Tom Holland. I love the MCU. I love Spider-Man, one of my favorite heroes growing up. And Tom Holland does a great job, and he seems like a cool dude. Number 31. Do you drink coffee? Yes. Moving on. Number 32. Do you consider yourself a fashionista? I mean, sort of.
I'm feeling better when I know that I'm a fellow of Christ. And I ain't died for my sin, I was sitting in line until the light came down, finally opened my eyes. I was blind to the side of the light, it was bright, I was dark, I was lost in the dark. And I called for a God, and he saw all of my wrongs, and he looked to his son, and he said they're gone. Man, you ain't gotta worry no more, just rest, man. You ain't in a hurry no more, I'm the best, man. Life with Christ of the Lord, through the wind, in the blood, in the gore, I'm yours.
Yeah, I do. Number 33, fitness goals. As of right now, I do have a history of working out, but not recently. So what I really plan on doing is just doing machines and weights for my lower body and calisthenics for my upper body, especially when it comes to breakdancing and being stronger. And one of the things I really have to focus on is nutrition. The science tells us that 70 to 75% of how you look like really depends on what you eat and what you put in your body. And the other small percentage is just working out. So as much as I want to work out, I really need to focus on my nutrition and what I eat. Number 34, favorite clothing brand. I like Walmart. All jokes aside, I have shopped at Walmart for clothes before, but another store I like is Cotton On or Old Navy, Banana Republic. Forever 21 is cool. Anything Macy's has is also pretty cool. And when it comes to online shopping, I really do like the company Yes Style. They're based on Korean fashion and they're also in Asia. So one of the downsides is probably the delivery. It takes like about a month to a month and a half. And one time I even bought something from there and completely forgot I bought it because of how long it took. Not that I lost interest, I just forgot, and one day I got something in the mail and I was like, oh, that's right, I ordered this. Either way, it's worth the wait time if you like what you bought, and I did, and I still use it to this day. And also when it comes to sportswear, I like pretty much anything Nike or Adidas. Under Armour is pretty cool too. Or whatever's on sale at TJ Maxx, I just buy as well. Last question, number 35. What do you want for your channel? I want it all. JK. But really what I want for this channel is just to share my life with you guys, and you guys can come along with me on this journey. I do want to talk about writing, I do want to talk about self-publishing. I really enjoy the video game content that I make and the vlogs that I also do. Honestly, what I want for this channel is to keep growing and keep pursuing God. But this YouTube thing was kind of done on a whim with no real direction, but I really hope to develop that direction, and honestly for you guys to just come along with me on this journey of this thing called life. So I hope you stay and I hope you enjoy it. Alright, that was all 35 questions. Thank you all so much for sticking around through all of them. Make sure to watch the other videos. I also want to give a big shout out to Adrian Prince and Ending Heartfelt. That was their music playing in the background of this video. I'm gonna leave the links of where you can find them and their music in the description box below. Thank you all for sticking around and stay blessed.